Brunelleschi managed it, he had somehow contrived to do it without visible supports. His design had none of the external buttresses or wooden centering that Neri de Fioravanti had proposed, and it had left the commissioning Opera del Duomo committee open-mouthed with amazement. Brunelleschi was either a madman or a genius, perhaps even both, and the Medici, and Cosimo above all, had wedded themselves to the man's crazed brilliance. He smiled at the audacity of it, and reflected upon what the cathedral might eventually come to mean, not only for his city, but also for himself. To judge from what was happening up there, he had every right to feel ecstatic as he looked at that ever-growing construction site. It was like some crazed Tower of Babel of scaffolding and planks, which played host to a multitude of workmen, wheelwrights, rope-makers, bricklayers, plasterers, carpenters and ironmongers, food vendors, wine sellers, and even a cook equipped with an oven for baking bread to serve to the men. Labourers were climbing up the wooden scaffolding, while others worked on wicker platforms, perched on the surrounding rooftops like birds' nests, as though they had enlisted a flock of storks to help them complete the titanic project. "So, what do you think, Messer Cosimo?" asked a quiet, firm voice. Cosimo spun round and found himself face to face with Filippo. A gaunt man with frenzied eyes, Filippo was clad in a red tunic and nothing else. Full of a mixture of pride and hostility, his evasive gaze spoke of his rebellious, sometimes violent nature, but it softened when he met men he considered noble. Cosimo did not know if he was numbered among these, but he was undoubtedly the firstborn son of Giovanni de Medici, the family patriarch, who had generously financed the construction and had provided crucial support for Brunelleschi's involvement in the project. "Magnificent, Filippo, magnificent," he said, his eyes glowing with wonder. "I did not expect to see such progress." "We are still far from finishing. I want to be clear about that. The most important thing, Messer, is that you allow me to work. As long as the Medici are among the principal patrons, you have nothing to fear. On that you have my word, Filippo. We started this together, and together we will finish it." Brunelleschi nodded. "I shall attempt to complete the cupola in accordance with classical canon, as planned." "I don't doubt it, my friend." While he was talking to Cosimo, Filippo's eyes darted everywhere, first to the builders preparing mortar and laying the bricks one by one, next towards the source of the blacksmith's constant hammering, and finally to the carts carrying bags of mortar down in the square. In his left hand he grasped a parchment containing one of many preparatory designs, and in his right he held a chisel. Cosimo wondered what plans he had for that. But that was Brunelleschi for you. And as abruptly as he had appeared, Brunelleschi gave him a nod of farewell and disappeared between the beams and scaffolding of the dome, swallowed up by that colossal, restless enterprise, buzzing with activity. Cosimo was left staring at the imposing wooden arches, while shouts announced the hoisting of yet another load. Suddenly he heard a voice from behind him call his name. "Cosimo!" Holding on to the scaffolding, he turned and saw his brother Lorenzo approaching. Before he even had the chance to greet him, Lorenzo cut him short. "It's our father, Cosimo. Our father is dying." Chapter 2. The Death of Giovanni de Medici. As soon as Cosimo entered the room, his wife, Contessina, came up to him, her beautiful dark eyes red from weeping. She was clad in a simple black robe and a fine gossamer veil. "Cosimo," she murmured. She could say nothing more. All her energies were focused on holding back her tears. She wanted to